Today is a day I've talked about for a very long time. We're fitting an LSD to the M240i. Now there are loads of reasons why an LSD is better on these cars than an open differential, and that is why we're fitting one to the M240i today. So some of you may or may not know that these M Lites with the M240i, for example, they don't come with an LSD from factory. They come with an open diff. And some of you keen viewers who watch the channel regularly will know I've been talking about fitting an LSD to this car for a very long time. And if you have been following the channel for a long time, you'll know this car isn't standard. It's running a stage 2 tune, and now it's time to actually be able to put that power down better with an LSD. Now just through this door is actually a mega surprise. Tyres, which we've bought just for doing donuts and drifting with. But before I do show you guys these pair of tyres that I've bought, 2 of them are actually for my friend Jay in his M4, and then 2 of them are also for me in the M240i. So we're going to have both the M4 and this M240i drifting, sliding about, having some fun. And if this video does get enough likes, we might even get the owner of this M2 to actually do some sliding too. And we are rolling with me now talking in the future, doing a voiceover for these tyres. So these 2 bottom ones are the Accelera 651 Sports, and these 2 top tyres are what are going on my 240. Now they're both the same brand, they're both made by Accelera. I'm not 100% too sure what I actually bought for the 240, but regarding what Jay's got, he's running the 651 Sports on his M4. I used to run these during the summer. They're a semi-slick compound, and if you're doing burnouts and drifting with them, a lot of people use them because they just don't get used up. They last forever. Jay's running the 265 4019s on his, and I actually couldn't see what I had bought because the label is upside down, but we can see here I've got 245 4019s. Now I'm hoping these tyres will last fairly long. Quick little sneak peek of the dog here, kind of stealing the show. But yeah, let's resume the video and get on this road trip.
Look at that for a sunrise. We're just passing this Focus ST. Fords are so slow. Got the McCafe to go with it.
So like I mentioned earlier, we've got a few questions which we will answer, and number 1 is why I'm choosing an LSD on the 240. Now the 240 comes with an open diff from factory, and this has limitations with having confidence when you're driving. It's not very inspiring on track, etc. And also, if you do like to go sideways, which I will be learning to do in this car, as well as some of my mates, you need an LSD, because an open diff, you'll just do one wheel peels like on screen right now. So as you saw on screen, that's why an open diff is a big no-go for these cars. All the M cars come with some sort of LSD from factory, whereas these M Lites, they don't come with one. So that's why I'm forking out the money and I'm giving it the full-on test on this car. So yeah, we're gonna head to the place now. I've got the LSD ready. It's a manual one because the car is a 6-speed manual, which is quite a cool point in these 240s. Pretty rare to see that. We'll film some installation clips and hope you guys enjoy the video. And the sun, I'm not complaining about the sun because in the UK we never get it, but trying to record videos today, it's only there. The sun is only there and it's always in the way. Not that expensive. We're looking at £2. So quick car wash before we actually go because I want this thing to be presentable for you guys. And if you take a look, it's not presentable. Have a look at the front wheels.
It's pretty stinking. Oh, it's so cold in Wales. We're not in Wales anymore. We're in England.
What you're offering. Phone's lighting up, but I'm just gonna let it ring. Yeah, my phone's lighting up, but I'm just gonna let it ring. Is it the liquor in my system? My desires not so real. Got me caught up in this rhythm. Draw me in, make me feel. Draw me in, make me feel. Draw me in.
And here we have the car on the ramp. I'm going to be talking to you guys through exactly what was going on here. I didn't really talk too much on the day because Aaron, who was carrying out the work, was doing a lot, and he was also talking me through everything he was doing and I was learning. But he started first by disconnecting the prop shaft from the diff, and as you can see the car is up on the ramp here. Max looking pretty amazed with what was going on, and then once he did that he started to kind of undo all the bolts that were holding the diff onto the subframe, slowly disconnecting the drive shafts here and then lowering it onto some sort of a jack. But as you can see here, this is the old diff disconnected from the prop shafts, and if you look in here, this is an open diff. Can you see it has one kind of solid bolt that goes through? That's a big difference, and I'll be able to show you that in the future when we compare that to the new LSD. Now in just a second I'll be able to show you guys the diff in all its glory. Here it is brand new in the box. Now this is a manual differential, so the ratio is a little bit different, and as you can see just on this little picture here, this is the X pattern I was explaining to you guys before, so that determines that it is an LSD. Here we can see Max kind of just feeling a little bit cold. It was a cold day and he wasn't really moving too much, so poor thing was freezing. But now we've got the new diff all up on the stand, drive shafts back in, and then also now waiting for the prop shaft bolt to set. That actually has to set for 2 hours, so we had 2 hours of spare time just to kind of analyse the rest of the car. Here you can see Aaron marking the rest of the bolts, making sure that it's all done up properly, and every single bolt, everything, but I was amazed, was all torque to spec. This is Max investigating my exhaust leak, which obviously wasn't too ideal, and as you can see by that exhaust, which we'll look at closer in just a second, it was very close to the diff, and that is something we do need to talk about because that's a problem. I was quite amazed seeing the car on the stand for the first time, haven't ever really seen it on a stand, but this is where things took a turn for the worst, and you can see how close my exhaust pipe is sitting to the diff. On these two drive shafts that go into the diff, there are actually seals, and I'll show you guys a seal in just a second which has actually melted, and we had only kind of come to this conclusion when we were reassembling the exhaust and seeing how close it was. So you can see here that this seal should not look like that, and as you can see, it's basically just been melting itself because it's been so close to the exhaust pipe that over time, driving the car hard and that exhaust pipe getting hot, it slowly melted. So Aaron was kind enough to actually replace that and chuck a brand new one on for me, but that is something I will be investigating, and it is actually fixed at this point with that exhaust being so close to the diff. That is all fixed. Here we've got the old one, which I did actually take home because if ever I need to just put the OEM one back on, I've got that option there. But yeah, let's resume the video, get back on the road.
Phone's lighting up, but I'm just gonna let it rain. Yeah, my phone's lighting up, but I'm just gonna let it rain. Is it the liquor in my system? My desires not so real. Got me caught up in this rhythm. Draw me in, make me feel. Draw me in, make me feel. Draw me in.
So as you would have seen from that montage I created, Aaron was doing all the work on the car today, and he's done a fantastic job. He fitted the diff. We've got the old one in case you want to put it back and sell this M Performance one. Again, like I mentioned, not anything noticeable yet, but we will be doing some crazy stuff with this car and with the diff itself. So that will involve some donuts and that kind of activities. I've got some tyres on the way, so if you want to see that, now would be a brilliant time to subscribe. So there we have it. That is a wrap up for today's video. We've got so much more to come on this M240i. Like you've seen, we've got the tyres now. We've got tyres that we can actually just burn up and have some fun sliding around this thing. We've got so much planned. So if that does interest you in any way, now would be a brilliant time to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any upcoming videos on the LSD in the M240i. Apart from that, I'd like to say a big thank you to everyone who watched today. If you did enjoy the video, you can give it a thumbs up so more people can see it. And apart from that, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you very much for watching today. Bye for now.